YouTube, I'm going to show you some basketball cards that have been going up while this market has been heating up. There's been a lot of cards going up, but some you should be paying attention to more than others. There's a lot to pay attention to. A lot of cards have been going up, and I'm going to show you three specific ones that I really like that have been going up, and I see them having a good future as we get closer to the season and into the season. And I'm going to show you some other ones that have been going up too. But first thing I want to say is as you might have heard me talk about if you've been on this channel before, is my Sports Card Society. And what that is I make a special video almost every day outlining my research and going through the data. And I make this video exclusively for my members, outlining a sports card investment that I believe is going to go up, one that I am buying, one that me and my team have done a lot of research on, and we feel strongly that it's going to go up. For instance, I'm going to show you some of those that I recommend in my society and how well they've done. Well, whether they've done good, have they done bad? Well, you be the judge. And also, as a member of the Sports Car Society, we also give our members access to our resources and all the different contacts we've made over the years. And one of them is a bulk grader that gets you 20-day PSA grading for just $25. Now, if you go on the PSA website, the best thing you can get is 25-day grading for $50, 50. And our submission partner also does 5-day grading for just $70. Again, if you go on PSA's website, they don't even offer that. The best they have is 15-day, and that costs $75. But anyways, we've been able to do really well here with the Sports Car Society. So if you'd like to join in the profits with us, the link is in the description. The website is SportsCardSociety.com. And what I'm going to be using here is this Market Movers tool to show a lot of data, to make it visual, to show how things have gone over time. And if you're interested in this tool, the link is in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year, because you can either do a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. Use code SOCIETY, get 20% off. All right, let's get rolling into this. First of all, let me crack a beer. It is late and it's been a long day. It should be fun. Okay. One guy, I'm going to show you three guys that I recommended to my society in the past month, and you be the judge of how they've done, okay? And I'll show you what the membership area looks like too for the Sports Card Society. Check this out. So I'm in the Market Movers tool, and over the last 30 days, I pulled up basketball cards that have been not just going up, just been changing, because they don't say, hey, show me the ones that are going up, just price movements by player. Just so happens we're in that time of year as the season is coming closer and closer that there's a lot of green, baby. John Wall, but you can't be fooled by all of it. John Wall, don't be fooled by this. He's got this one rookie card. John Wall, I mean, how much does anyone really care about John Wall right now? So here's what the John Wall card has done. Not much. So the tool, the data kind of messed with it right there. Now, the first guy I really want to bring you to is DeAndre Ayton, okay? His cards have been going up quite a lot. I mean, look at his red, white, and blue's gone up 200%. His purple wave, 100%. So DeAndre Ayton, well, no. DeAndre Ayton, let's pull that back over there. DeAndre Ayton, so I pulled up his chart from September 3rd to December 2nd of this year. This is 2018 Prism, his red, white, and blue in the PSA 10. Back on September 3rd, it was going for $115, and right about here is when I recommended it to my members, about $125, because I knew these cards were going to start going up soon. Plus, Chris Paul was going to the Suns, and all of a sudden that card went from $125 to boom, 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 and on the most latest sale, $350. Would you say that's a good return? I would. Let me show you the membership area real quick. See, right here, as you can see, on 11/17, I recommended DeAndre Ayton's Prism, Optic, and Select. And that card, and this is the special video that I made for them. I went over all my research. I went over all the different charts. I showed them all my reasoning behind it for them to make a decision of whether they wanted to buy that card or not, and certainly lead them at least much further down the road to, hey, do I want to buy this? Do I not want to buy this? It saves them a crap load of time, because making that video took maybe 10 minutes, but all the research I did leading up to making that video took like 2 hours. Excuse me, I just need to get a drink here. Good old IPA. And of course, that research paid off because look, 11/16, and I recommended that card on 11/17. And what happened on 11/18, 19, the card shot up to 200, and it has been going up. And guess what? That card's still got a little ways to go, but I am on that card going to recommend to my society, and I guess since you're here watching, I'm going to recommend that as a sell here soon, probably in about a week. Because when I see a big spike like that, that usually means there's going to be a come down. Because all of this is preseason hype, and I don't mean preseason games because preseason games are going to be on December 11th. I believe it's December 11th. Obviously, the season starts December 22nd, but I believe preseason starts December 11th. So I think by preseason, this card is going to go boom, as I think most cards are. I'm not saying boom down to the bottom. I'm just saying I think that there'll be a little bit of a pause. I think it'll be a good time to sell, but I'll keep watching it. So I'm not going to say it's a hard sell by then, but right now, again, if you remember my society and I told you to buy back here and you bought, and this cars went from 125 to 350, take your profits. I took my profits. I've already sold 75% of the DeAndre Ayton Prism red, white, and blues that I have, as well as his regular Prism. And I did that just to cash out. I'm holding on to the other ones to see what happens, because even if they go down, it doesn't matter. I'm already in the profit even if those cards go to zero, which they will not go to zero. All right, here, let me get a drink quick. All right, for the next guy I have for you is PJ Washington. Now, PJ Washington, he hasn't gone up quite as much as DeAndre Ayton, but as you see, there's a lot of spikes up, down, up, down, up, down. So if you buy, I noticed this back, I only brought this chart from October 1st to November 30th, but I noticed this back in September, which would be a 9 up here, in case you didn't know. And I've been noticing the spike downs, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm like, shit, if I buy this on one of these downs, I can catch it on an up and make a profit. And so that's what I did with my members. See, PJ Washington, I recommended him on the 19th to get his Prism or his Optic, but right now I have his Optic and his Prism pulled up. Excuse me, just his Prism, because I guess the Optic didn't want to show up today. Let's see if it pulls up maybe this time. Nope. What did I say, the 19th? So back here, we were buying around $100, and it spiked up to 120, and now today it's down to 87. In reality, we're down in one of these spikes right here. So right now is actually a good time to buy again because it's going to spike up. Look at the trend. Look at the trend. This is what I do hours every day. Me and my team, hours every day, research these patterns and look at the pattern. You can see it, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. And overall, the dotted line shows it going up, but it's up, down, up, down, up, down. And this is really when I identified it, but I didn't get the damn video out until the 19th. And so people were, don't get me wrong, people were still able to buy around this price on the 19th. Because it's not like on this day there was only one PJ Washington Prism PSA 10 sale. Market movers just took the average of the data, okay? So you could still get that card at this price on the 19th. Anyways, so we're down in a bottom here. I would say this is a pretty good time to buy, wouldn't you say, looking at the trend of the data? That's why this market movers tool is so powerful, is because you can see and identify things like this. It's the most valuable thing I use in identifying good sports card investments. Period, end of sentence, hands down, whatever sayings you can use to make the same expression. And again, link is in the description for the Market Movers tool. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. On to the next and last card. It is, drum roll. That's a terrible drum roll. This is ridiculous. Let's go. Darius Bailey. Now, you see Darius Bailey back here. Now, in reality, I was buying Darius Bailey back in October. Most of the card buying I was doing, I was buying a lot of cards in October because, again, this tool showed me that these cards had flatlined. They had dropped down and they had flattened out. So they had gotten to their bottom. And I'm like, all right, when you buy at the bottom, what happens? Typically it goes up from the bottom. So this card now seems to be going for $460 when you could have had it back here for about $325. That's a pretty good return, right? You get something for $325, and then about a month and a half later, you sell it for $461. And as you can see, this thing just seems to be trending up. It's not all up, down, up, down, up, down like PJ was. It's just a nice steady up, 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 but it's going up more and more. And I recommended Darius Bailey back on 11/13. Here's the video I made for it. His Prism. That's the membership area, by the way. So this is what I do every day that I make a video. I don't make a video every day, but most days. And they just go into here. And there's also a link for the 20% off the Market Movers tool. Use code Society. And here's the link for access to our submission partner that does the discount PSA grading. Anyways, back to Darius Bailey. Darius Bailey, I recommended him on 11/13. Let's find that date on here. That's about here. So say we got it for $345. Today it's going for $461. What do you think? Is that a good return? Would that be worth the membership alone? I'm not trying to sell the membership, but it's important to be really tapped into other people that are doing lots of research so you can really leverage that. Because we only have so many hours in a day. Like me, I'm tapped into a lot of people doing research, and I have a team that does research as well as myself that does research, and we really use a lot of data to come up with decisions because that's what it takes in this fast market. I mean, it's really like a stock market, but different, but the same. Different, but similar. So that was another good buy. And I still think Darius Bailey has some up to go. Like I say with that DeAndre Ayton card, it spiked up so damn fast that concerns me a little bit. PJ, Bailey, I'm not as concerned about them. But you still got to watch the trends because they tend to follow what they're doing. Number one, I would look at what Luka and Trey are doing, and they tend to be going up. They don't look like they're spiking yet. They're just very healthfully going up. So those are three guys I still recommend. I wouldn't buy DeAndre Ayton right now because he's on the Suns and Chris Paul went there. And so extra hype got around it. That's going to have to settle a little bit. But if you were a member of the society, you would have got alerted to it ahead of time and you would have made some really nice profits. Again, let's take a look at him. You know, I literally told them on the 17th. Which is the day after this, and then on the 19th, there's a sale for $200, and now today it's going for $350. See, that's such a sudden spike, because this has to do with the CP3, the Chris Paul acquisition. Such a sudden spike that is going to come down some because the market is going to go, hey, hold your horses. DeAndre Ayton's good, but let's see him play for a second. And I think that's what's going to happen. So if you bought down around here, this is a good time to sell some of it, in my opinion, and that's what I did. And that's what I recommend to my members too, is to sell some of the DeAndre Ayton. But PJ Washington, now's a good time to buy because look at the pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. He's clearly down for no good reason. It's just the way his card seems to go. This is his Prism, PSA 10, by the way. And then Darius Bailey, he's just healthfully going up. This is probably the sharpest spike that we've seen, this one and this one. So there may be a bit of a here, but I think he's going to keep going up here because, again, he doesn't have a bunch of hype around him. So that's what I got for you today. Again, if you want to join the society, link's in the description, SportsCardSociety.com. If you would like to get in this Market Movers tool, go ahead and get down, and the link's also in the description. Use code Society for 20% off. Stay classy. You are awesome.